I think, don't you think?
Yeah, we're live.
Hello. Welcome to AldermanFarms.
So this is a new setup we're doing. So give us a minute while we do some house cleaning and get our camera angle like we want it.
Yeah, y'all tell us if you can hear us good too.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear the audio.
I gotta pull up the chat on my phone. I don't know how to find myself on the phone though. And I always have this problem. Wait, isn't it supposed to tell me that we're live though?
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, well, it's not. Well, here, you can do that one. All right. Is anybody here yet? And can you hear me?
We've got a couple of people in, and I don't know.
Let me close my children's door. The dryer's going.
This is the mecca of paranormal investigating.
All right, you want to tell me what to do with the camera?
Okay, I think that's good for right now. That's good. We could we could make the bar stools more even in the back where it looked nice. We were just sitting there. So, let's see. You didn't pull the chat up though. I don't know. Is there no chat? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a chat.
Here, make it come up.
You want to be able to see? You don't need to see the chat.
Well, just in case I need to.
No, you don't need to see it. It's going to distract you.
Anyway.
Hey, we got folks from Idaho, Mississippi, Pennsylvania.
I tell you what, Oklahoma. It's gonna be a little while before y'all could start gardening, though, right? But it's never too early to plant. So that's what I'm doing now too. I have planted a few potatoes that I had ordered from Azure Standard. It came in a little bag, and it was the purple, the red, and white fingerling potatoes. And so I've got those planted. I planted those a couple of days ago. And I also planted two kiwi, which I kind of regret. I planted them out in the high tunnel, but I'm going to have to cover them because we're going to get to 20 degrees. That's really cold for us. So, but I just thought about going live. Today, we're probably talking about going live. I thought about making a video because I'm starting to plant my garden, and I may have some ideas or ways I do things that would be beneficial to you, especially if you're a first-time gardener, or you may have some ideas from me that'll help me. So, because I always like hearing back from y'all and what y'all do and stuff like that. So, I know I've learned a lot from other people. So, I have stuff to share, and I know you have stuff to share too. But I started with this. A few days ago, I just started writing down some things that I know I want to grow, and I have put asterisks by the stuff that I need to have plants for. So I think it's too late for me to grow my own cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli plants, but it's not too late for me to grow some of the other plants. So I just want to start making a list of different things that's on my mind that I think I want to grow. And then I'll look back. I want to show you this. This is my binder. And let me see if I can see. I've got different tabs in it because I was keeping my garden. I was trying to keep my harvest written down. I never have done a good job about that, which maybe I'll do better this year because I like to see, like, okay, I grew a 50-foot row of squash, and we ate on it, obviously. Plus, I was able to put so much up. So I haven't been real diligent of doing that. But when I look back in my garden section, I can turn back. This is 2014. I have a page in it. And sometimes, excuse me, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll flip through my pages. Here's 2012. I said, well, enlarge the garden. And I got written down in here what I planted. Sometimes I do go back and write down, this didn't do so good. But what I will do is go back and look through the different things I've grown because, I may not grow the same thing year after year. And I may think, oh, yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm going to plant that again. So I will go back and look at the things. Here's 2011. So I've got it's just neat to be able to keep track and see what you planted when. I'll write down different updates that I do to the garden, which, of course, we're not gardening in the same place anymore. We're gardening around the high tunnel. We fenced off a big area around it. And so I have 3 rows, but I do have some fruit trees over there. But I do have it in rows. And so until the fruit trees get large and too large to be able to plant around them, then I'll plant somewhere else. But right now they're small, so I can use that as garden rows, and that's what I plan on doing. Plus, we've also made some new beds around some of the trees because, like the apple trees, I think we planted them 25 feet apart. So there's 25 feet between them. And so we have put mulch between them. And this year, that's where I plan on planting my squash and some okra. I do want to grow some peas out in rows too. So I'll start off, like I said, writing down things that I want to grow. And then I'll take another piece of paper and I'll actually draw it out. And sometimes I did go over there and I couldn't find my papers because now I'm using this. And so they're loose somewhere now.
And there's nothing, just so the viewers will know, because that page is completely washed out at the camera, but there's nothing drawn on the back of there right now.
Yeah, it's just grid on here. But sometimes I measure and get everything just right, and sometimes I just draw 3 rows because I know there's 3 rows and I know that they're about 50 foot long. So, I'm not real precise in everything I do. And I'm spilling seeds over here. I think this is lettuce seeds on the table right here. But anyway, another thing that's useful that I use is Clyde's Garden Planner. Now, I do have the high tunnel. So what I do, like March 10th is my last frost date. I'll actually move that a month ahead to February. And so whatever I could plant outside, no, I want to see it. See, I can see on my phone.
Yeah, I just paid because the lighting is such that when you have it pulled in, it's just like a white rectangle. You can't see anything.
Anyway, I see that. It's washed out. But anyway, it's Clyde's Garden Planner. If you just will Google that, it will come up. I think they're $5, or at least that's what they used to be. Anyway, you can actually slide. Let me see. You can slide and get to your frost date, and then it will show you what you can plant, when to plant it, if you plant plants, if you plant seeds, and stuff like that.
I'll try to remember to put a link.
Oh, he told me he's going to try to put a link to that. It also will tell you how far apart to plant it. It's just a great all-in-one tool that I really like. And like I said, I go a month ahead for the stuff I'm planting inside the high tunnel. And so it's got spring on one side, and then it's got fall on the other side. And it also comes with this piece of paper that if you don't know your planting dates, your frost dates, you can find it on the paper. My town is not actually written on there, but I found a town that's close to me, or a city that's close to me, or, at least the same, would be in the same planting zone as me. And we're in 8B, by the way. So that's how seeds. But I want to show you something else. I'm going to try and save as many seeds as I possibly can this year. And I got this book a long time ago. It's called Seed to Seed. I really like it. It talks about how far apart you need to plant things to be able to get pure seeds and stuff like that. And it tells you how to save seeds. Another book that I've used is The Gardener's A to Z Growing Guide. I don't use any one of these books exclusively.
No, from what I'm looking at, did y'all see? Hold that back up there again, Patty. Is that backwards for y'all?
It's not on my phone.
Is it straight on your phone?
Yeah, it's straight on my phone.
Okay, so I'm in like the control center of the live thing.
It's in the control center.
Yeah, so it looks backwards to me, so I was just concerned.
Another useful book is Carrots Love Tomatoes. It's about companion planting. And I do flip through this. Occasionally, I never do it completely. I'm going to try to do a better job of doing that this year because there is benefits to planting things together as far as insects and taste and growth and everything. So I'm going to try and do a better job of that. Another one is the Vegetable Gardens Bible. And like I said, I'll go through. You can see I've got papers in here, and I got pages marked. It's got nice. I got some artichoke seeds. That's what. I got some extra papers in here too. Look at this artichoke. I hope I'm gonna be able to grow it. Isn't that pretty? So anyway, then the last but not least, I use this book the most, The Market Gardener, and I have gone all to exclusively no-till gardening. That means I've tilled my garden one time with the tiller, and I don't till it anymore. Now, of course, we're in Louisiana, and you'll say, what do you do about the grass?
We're not in Louisiana.
I mean, sorry. We used to be in Louisiana.
We haven't been in Louisiana for 20 years.
Over 20 years. Oops. Anyway.
What about the grass?
The grass. We're in Mississippi, and we have a huge grass problem. And my friend Jolene over at Smith's Nature Friendly Farm, she is from Canada, and she's like, this grass is just crazy, because it's like you can't put enough stuff down to keep it at bay. So it's a lot of work, but over time it will get easier. But I have the 3 rows that are on the outside of the high tunnel that are not mulched are just full of weeds. And I've actually thought about tilling it and raking the grass, lightly tilling and raking the grass away. One thing we do is weed eat it, and Tommy's really good at the weed eater. He weed eats it to the dirt and then go in and put mulch on top of that. That's probably what we're going to do because it's still really wet here and start to prepare the ground. But I'm getting ahead of myself because we can't do that until, well, I guess we could, but we're talking about planting our garden. So that's what I do is I draw out my garden, and a lot of times though I pick out my seeds first. And so right now what I need to be planting is my English peas, and I have a few different seeds. This is called a Lincoln pea. Oh, is Jolene here?
No.
And this is called a little marble. I've never grown enough, and here's a dwarf sugar pea. I've never grown enough peas for us to put any up. We've just had a little taste of them before. And so my goal is to try and get enough growing. I'm gonna plant them in the high tunnel to where we can put some up and everything. Oh, I'm getting choked. Sorry, y'all.
Try not to die on the live stream, please.
That little thing where you get that little tickle in your throat. Oh my goodness.
No, I need to come do the Heimlich maneuver.
No, you're gonna have to take over for the thing. Sorry about that, y'all. I have my marigold seeds. I guess I need to talk about flowers next. I always want to plant flowers. Here's more pea seeds. So anyway, I always want to do flowers, and I never plant flowers like I want to. Let me show you this cool thing that I have for my seeds. It's a plastic case. It's got a handle on it like this, and then this opens. And what was this originally for?
I don't know.
But my good friend Nunda told us about this. Well, I actually saw it at our house, and I just loved it. And then Tommy snuck and ordered me 2 of them. I don't have 1, I have 2. And so, and he also bought me the little machine where I can
hold it up.
labels.
Hold it up.
Hold it up.
Yeah, because it's washing out.
Washing out.
There it is.
See?
Yeah.
It says zucchini on there. Hopefully it's still right. But anyway, so I have my seeds separated like this. And so what I'll do, and let me tell you this too. I used to keep all of my seeds in the freezer. And if you can, that's where you need to keep your seeds because it will keep them viable longer. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, viable's good.
Because they do lose their fertility. And so you really should keep them in the freezer. I don't because I have 2 cases like this, and then I have a bunch more. I used to keep my seeds
and 2 full freezers.
Yeah, I have my freezers are kind of full too. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll take my seeds. Now, if you don't have a lot of seeds, you'll be looking through seed catalogs. And if you haven't done that, I suggest you do it. So I'm going to share about where I got some of these seeds. This I got from M.I. Gardner. I order from a lot of different seed places. This is from Baker Creek. And this is a tomato, stupice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always call it a stupid tomato. Meg Holler saying she was stupid excited. I call it a stupid tomato. Stupid tomato. But anyway, I order from, you know, lots of different. Oh, that's a good cold weather tomato. It's not a real big one though. We're just looking, and I have lots and lots. And what I do, y'all, let's see. This is a tomato woodley orange, and it is from 2018. What I would probably do if I decided I wanted to plant this tomato, because it is older seeds. Let's see, it's 3 years old. I would probably plant at least 2 seeds per seed cell, just to make sure that I got some to come up. But I was just looking to see if there's any other seed companies in here, because I ordered, like I said, I ordered from a few different ones. This one from.
That's not me coughing. That's our geriatric dog Toby coughing in the background.
I seem to cough when I turn the camera on. He does not have heartworms. It's just
he probably got a little fluid.
There's a little fluid on his heart. So anyway, Cherokee purple. I want to grow some of these. This is one of the tomatoes I really like a lot. I'm going to take that one out. And this sunray tomato. This sunray tomato was a very, very good tomato. It didn't get real big. I think I needed to use a little more fertilizer, but it grew so many of these yellow tomatoes, and they were good. So I want to keep that out.
Hey, y'all tell us in the chat what growing zone you are in.
Yeah.
Patty said we're in 8B. Where y'all? Yeah. What growing zones are y'all watching from?
Now, one year I had planted the homestead tomato, and in my plants, this yellow tomato. Well, I was going to show you the picture of it. There's no picture. This yellow tomato was in there, and it was just the prettiest yellow tomato. And so I saved seeds from it. So I want to try and grow that again too. This is where I get into trouble, because see, I'm only supposed to be growing 100 tomato plants, maybe give or take a few outside. And then I start looking at all these different tomato seeds. Oh, the Granny Cantrell German Red, that was a good tomato. And see, that's from 2016. But like I said, I'll just plant a few extra. This is Big Rainbow. I think Mike and Jenny is the one that told me about that tomato.
And who are Mike and Jenny?
Oh, Mike and Jenny Pratt. Sorry.
And what's their channel name?
Oh, the Pratt Family Homestead. And they told us about that tomato. I think that's one of the ones that they grow. This one I thought was so pretty. It's called a pink Berkeley tie-dye. I never did get any that look quite that good. I might grow a couple more of these plants. Oh, and the Roma. I want to grow some Roma tomatoes. I have some of these seeds in here grew me a big old Roma tomato. This is a striped Roma. That's pretty. I'll plant that too. See, I'm getting too big of a stack over here of what I want to plant. Black Sea Man, I planted that before. And I like the flavor of that. Yeah,
that we did that in our taste test video. I think we included that one, and it was really a really good tasting tomato, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Let's see. This is an Amish paste. See, I can't remember if the Amish paste or the Roma gets the biggest, because I want to grow the bigger one.
I think Roma. But who knows? I can't remember what I ate yesterday.
It doesn't say on the back, but I'll put both of these in on the side.
It's Toby's on screen with his diaper.
Oh yes, Toby is incontinent, so he wears a diaper inside.
A belly band.
Yes, a belly band. Brandywine's a good tomato too. Oh, I think I have some new tomato seeds. So let me see. No, I don't think. Well, I think I might.
Tell us in the chat what your favorite tomatoes are. What tomato varieties are you growing? What have you had success with? What would you like to try that you haven't grown yet?
Mortgage Lifter is a good tomato too. I don't see my Mortgage Lifter seeds, but I have a lot of seeds. I have too many seeds. Oh, there it is, Mortgage Lifter right there. It doesn't have a good picture of it. And
no, but those are good.
Then I have I've never grown that. I bought a big at the Homesteaders of America conference year before last. My gardener was there, and he had these grab bags of seeds for $10, and we just got all kinds of seeds. And so that's where this came from. So this, how do you say it, Tommy? Tomatillo.
Tomatillo.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that this year. I've never done that.
So we've got Lazy C Homestead in 7A. Patrick Boo coming in from Canada, Zone 5. Man, Zone 5.
My
And
friend
then,
Jolene was from Canada, and Smith's Nature Friendly Farm, and she's loving gardening down here in Mississippi. Except she's the one that I was saying that fusses about the weeds because we have such bad weeds.
Tony's Homestead in Zone 8A in Central Alabama. Go Tigers! Cherokee Purple's by far his favorite.
Well, I have my Cherokee Purples out. I like the Cherokee Purple. I do like that the mortgage lifter. I do. What I do, I go through.
The mortgage lifter was a pretty consistent producer, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing about 1 year that I did, I've got some seeds in there. This was 2017. But one thing that we grew a garden I was trying to grow for the farmers market. This is before we had the high tunnel. And so I had just a beautiful row of mortgage lifter, homestead, and
Big Beef.
No, not out there. Anyway, it was some, and the bottom tomatoes, how they just are the biggest, and they were just hanging like 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. They were gorgeous, and the cow jumped over.
Oh yeah,
the cow did, and I was using a Florida weave, and so knocking part of it down, knocked almost all of it down. All 3 rows of tomato plants were just all leaned over. I was so sick.
Oh my gosh. Austin W. also in Canada, Zone 2A.
Can you grow anything in there?
Let me ask you this. Do you grow bush ice or pole ice? Oh my word.
That is so cold. That's so cold. All right. Now my favorite cherry tomatoes is yellow pear.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That's my favorite, I think.
Golden pearl. I got these. I don't have it written down. I got these when we're going to Southern Sol. I've got to save more seeds from this conference. That's been probably 2015. They gave some away, and I'm just about out of these golden pearl. This is the very best tomato I've ever put in my mouth, but they're only that big, and so it's a pain to pick. I've had like 4 of these growing, and I'm like, I hate to let them go to waste, and so I would go pick them, but it was too much. I did the green zebra. They didn't do so good for me.
No, they didn't.
I don't know if I'll do those again. Oh, black cherry. Black cherry is a good cherry tomato.
Yes.
Very prolific, very, very good flavor. Really, if I had to pick one, it would be this one, the black cherry. Because it's that big around. It's not like the little pearl.
So in addition to Austin W. up in 2A, growing his ice in raised beds, they also grow tomatillos, he says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, how does that compare to like a tomato? I mean, I assume it's really close. One thing I've wanted to grow is these. My friend Jolene grew these, and she wasn't exactly excited about the taste of them, but
they look cool.
They're awfully pretty, so I am going to grow these. So that's 3 cherry tomatoes that I'm going to grow.
Sometimes aesthetics matter.
Yes.
If you're growing in a survival scenario, well, maybe aesthetics isn't all that important, but if you can afford to grow for the pretty factor, that's important sometimes.
Yeah, that's okay. What is it? Oh, here's another thing of tomatoes.
Oh boy.
Sorry if I get bored with tomatoes. This is my newer seeds. All right, that's Big Rainbow.
My wife has a problem, y'all.
Did I put a mortgage lifter out there? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You did.
This was just big.
There was something else started with a C, a contender or a no, contenders are beans. No.
That was a good one, but it didn't do real
no,
good.
it was a hybrid, I think.
A hybrid? Oh, Celebrity.
Celebrity. Celebrity did really well, I thought.
It did okay for the high tunnel. I grew those for the farmers market, but no, we're not growing any hybrids because I'm going just for us.
So Austin said the tomatillos are great for Mexican dishes, salsa verde, enchilada sauce. He says he's originally a Texan. Oh man,
wow.
Originally a Texan. What an adjustment from the frying pan to the freezer.
Where is those? I hope I took those out.
Yes, Suburban Hillbilly, we really do exist.
Suburban. It's been a long time. This is one that I've been hearing about for about a year. It's supposed to be a good tomato for like making paste. San Marzano, what is it?
Marzano.
Marzano. Anyway, I'm gonna grow it this year. So, oh, and I got this subarctic 20. It grew really good. I planted it in the fall because it's supposed to be good for the cold. So
You're growing like one of each of these, right? I mean, how many have you picked out already?
baby, you don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'm only gonna have 2 rows in the high tunnel. So, all right. So that was those tomatoes. That was a lot of tomatoes. So this is what I do, y'all. So then I have to plan out how many, because that's a lot.
That's a
I've
lot.
got to plan out how many of each I can have. Which, like the cherry tomatoes, I may plant 2, but I'll only plant 2 in the seed cells, and I'll only plant 1 plant out because we can't eat all these cherries. I'll even be giving them away to the kids and everything. So I used to have an extra one. Oh, I do have an extra one. I'm just about filling them all up. And what I'll do is the ones that I want to be starting my seeds, I'll put them in here just to kind of keep track of them like that. And so then I'm going to go to my zucchini. Bad thing about zucchini, now tomatoes, you can save seeds from tomatoes, and typically they don't, unless they're like right close to each other, they don't cross-pollinate. So like what I'll do, if I have 4 plants, I'll keep the tomato off of a middle one where it's not right next to another plant. Still could have some crossing, but it's not that bad. The tomatoes, the seeds that I've saved before, it wasn't bad. But when you're talking about zucchini and yellow squash, that cross is really easy because they rely on the insects. So Tom and I have actually been talking about that. We have, we have 116 acres here, and I haven't looked it up in the book to see how far apart they have to be. But we have a camp, we call it the camp, and it's really kind of like storage way back on the property. I'll probably plant, I know I need some yellow squash seeds to save them because we do eat a lot of yellow squash. So I'll probably plant one of those plants back over there at the camp because to hopefully get pure seeds from that. But anyway, I like to play with zucchini. I did plant this last year, and it was good, and I enjoyed having that. Now I won't plant a bunch of these plants, but I enjoy having that to have the color variety, like when you're making a stir fry. This is the zucchini that I usually plant, and then I'll sometimes plant this one too. And if you've seen some of my videos, I like to let these zucchini get really large, and then you peel them. And I actually do a thing where you put lemon juice and sugar and cinnamon, and we call it mock apple crisp or mock apple pie. And I love bringing it to church and serving it to people and not telling them it's zucchini until them after they've eaten it because everybody's so shocked. So,
Both the flavor and the texture of the zucchini is practically indistinguishable from that of an apple pie.
Yeah, it's really good. And then I really like yellow squash.
That's not yellow squash.
I mean, I don't know why I said that. I guess it was that yellow zucchini. White squash.
Patty pan, right?
Patty pan squash. This is called white bush squash, summer squash. But anyway, I like to plant that. So I'm going to be planting all 3 of these that's in my zucchini. So I'm just going to leave that there. Also, where's my squash? There it is. I've got my yellow squash. Now I had some seeds that were given to me. So I have this. It's called early prolific straight neck yellow squash. And most of the time, all the time, mine come from Baker Creek. And see, these are the ones that I planted, these white squash. They kind of have a little bit of a greenish tint. That's the ones, I got my seeds mixed up. That's the ones that I planted last year. So, but I'll try the ones from in my garden this year and see. All right, there's that more. And then look how pretty. I have a hard time with squash too. So, but here is the early prolific straight neck. that's not a great picture because mine were not, the skin is smoother than on that. So I'm gonna put this over there in that squash because I do have to. But see, I don't have many of these seeds. I don't know. And I like planting spaghetti squash, but you know, I have had, that's enough for us. But that's why I need to save seeds this year. I like spaghetti squash, and I've had a hard time getting a good variety of spaghetti squash. And so I got this from Real Height, but I don't think these are, no, this is yellow squash. I don't see my spaghetti squash yet, but I've had a hard time with it. Last year I grew a few, but I was growing in an area that we hadn't been growing in, and so I don't think the ground was quite fertile enough.
Anybody in the chat grow spaghetti squash?
Another thing that I want to grow that I start out plants and then I don't end up getting them out are little trees. This is moringa. And Jen.
JM at the Nut House.
Yeah, JM at the Nut House. She grows this a lot and is a real.
But they're in like Southern California,
yeah.
right?
So I've gotten it to come up and everything, but I really want to grow this. This would be good animal food. So I want to grow that.
And good medicinally, I think. Good, has medicinal properties, I think.
Yeah. Now I have a lot of different okra seeds, but I've decided I better write that on my list. I'm planting cow horn okra this year.
Which we've grown before
Yes.
with great success.
I really like that okra. I grew it in the high tunnel last year, and I think I'm going to plant it out because it seems like it leaned a lot in the high tunnel. I think because it's reaching for the sun. So let's see what my other seeds are. Oh, I have asparagus seeds. I guess I ought to try and start some. I know it takes a long time to grow asparagus from seeds.
The great thing about that cow horn okra is it gets huge and still remains tender. I mean, it has to be on there a long time,
Yeah, it's like that long.
and it's still tender at that size. It's amazing.
And see, I forget who gave these to me. This is papaya seeds, and I want to plant that. Oh, y'all, this is one of the free seeds that I got in that thing from M.I. Gardner at the Home Shows of America conference. By the way, we're going to be going to that this year.
That's right.
I'm going to be talking about the farmers market. But anyway, I don't know what to do with this, but it really looks cool.
Kohlrabi. I don't know anything about it. I know what it is, but.
And this, I need to plant all of these seeds and see what happens. Does anybody know what that is?
Is that Job's Tears?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to guess,
You
was
weren't
I?
supposed to guess.
Sorry.
It's Job's Tears. My papa was Catholic, and he made rosaries, and he actually grew these beads to make rosaries. And I just found my wire. I had gotten me some wire and stuff, not to make rosaries. I'm not Catholic, but just to make jewelry with it. So, but they say that they're very prolific, like because they'll fall to the ground. They're like once you get them going, you can't get rid of them. But these seeds are real old. So I don't know. That's why I say I need to plant all of them because I don't know if they're going to all come up. And Swiss chard, I don't know what you do with that either. It looks like celery to me. So somebody tell me what you're supposed to do with that. I don't know, but it's so pretty.
I think it's in the like kale type uses. I think. I don't know.
Oh,
we don't plant fancy stuff, fancy smancy stuff. We're not French chefs and all.
But anyway, so I'm going to keep this out because I think I'm going to plant some of that too. And I definitely want to get the papaya growing. So, the moringa. So, peppers. Peppers is one.
We've only got 8 rows in the high tunnel, right?
Right. Well, I'm not going to plant a bunch of stuff, but I mean, a lot of one thing.
Okay.
But okay, I have. These are some of the free seeds that I got of just some different peppers.
And peppers do incredibly well in a high tunnel environment.
The only bad thing is that, well, I better plant them a little bit earlier though. But peppers take a long, they like it hot. They like it when it's really hot. So, but my favorite pepper is the Tam jalapeno pepper, and because it's not real hot. Oh, here's another one. Mary's heirloom seeds. I get seeds from her too. And this is oh, I can't say the name of it. Oh, and this one, I wanted to plant this.
Anaheim. That's an Anaheim pepper.
Anaheim?
Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
Like Anaheim, California.
So, oh, well, I guess I don't have a picture of it. The bush, what's it called? We got these when we went to Virginia, Willie's Barber's bird pepper. And it grows 6 foot tall, and it takes a long, long time. I actually have it growing in my high tunnel because I was hoping to get some peppers off of it, and there's a few on it that I need to pick.
Did you show where that came from?
From George Washington's Mountain Burn. That's where I got this. And so I guess I need to plant another one of those in case this one don't live. We'll fix, like I said, we can get 20 degrees. So
Is that the bird pepper suburban you're talking about? It said, oh, yummy. They're mildly spicy and make great chili rellenos.
oh, that's probably this one. That's what it says about that. And I've never made that chili rellenos.
Oh, the Anaheim. She's talking about the Anaheim.
Oh, okay. See, and if they don't have a picture on it, then I can't remember what it's supposed to be. But anyway, the Santa Fe Grand, I wanted to get me some new seeds of those because I wrote on the back of them, let's see how old they are. Yeah, they're from 2015. I planted them in 2020 and none came up. So I might try this one more time, and then I need to buy some more seeds. The Santa Fe Grand is a good hot pepper too, like the Tam. But you can pick it, when it's red and yellow, so it's pretty pepper.
Suburban said those poblanos also similar to the Anaheim.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good like in sauteing and stuff like that too. I'll put that up too. But that bird pepper, I did taste one out in the hot tunnel. It was hot. So I'm just going to be making pepper sauce with those.
Hey, let me say right quick, today's Saturday. We've got today's Sustainable Saturday video is scheduled to premiere at 6 p.m. Patty's going to be talking about sustainable cooking. So we'd love for you to join us for the premiere at 6 p.m. I think it's about a 30-minute video, 31 minute maybe.
And see, here's some bullnose sweet pepper. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what peppers to grow. Oh, here's banana pepper. I'm going to grow some, but I like having bananas.
Yeah, I love banana peppers. Hey, happy wife. She says she's growing her first garden since moving to South Carolina 9 years ago. Wow. When in New York, she had very poor results. She's growing only vegetables and fruits that they eat and small lots of them. And interesting, she's also in 8B in South Carolina.
Nice.
Tell her the funny thing about 8B.
Yeah. What's so crazy about 8B? In my mind, I think 8B is just the southern state, and as you go up higher, it's going to change. Well, our son Cameron, our oldest son, lives in Portland, Oregon, and he was so excited. He sent me some video. They moved, they rent, and they moved to a house, and it had some raised beds already in the backyard. And so it's like, I need to figure out what to plant, and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll look up what growing zone you're in and all this kind of stuff. He's in 8B, just like me, in Portland, Oregon. I'm like, that just don't make sense to me. But why it's the same is because it goes by frost dates. Whenever your first frost is and your last frost, that's what determines what zone you're in. So that really kind of blew my mind. See, I like this Melrose pepper right there. That looks kind of cool to me too. I planted it before, but I don't think I had any luck with it growing. So maybe I'll plant one of these because I only have a couple. Now I see peppers cross-pollinate though. But anyway, I like that one. White Lakes, I think, did pretty good for me too. Danny Summit.
Y'all, sorry about the video jumping like this. We're using our Logitech webcam, and I forgot. It's been so long since we've done a live video using the webcam. I forgot I could go into the settings and lock the aspect ratio. I can't do it now, so it's too late. So sorry. That's why it keeps changing focus like that.
I think I might grow these too. This is I want to grow. I don't always grow enough bell peppers to last us all year. I like to put them in the freezer, kind of dehydrate some too, and make like a seasoning mix. And I usually buy some at the farmer's market because one of the guys there grows a bunch, and I'll get like a big like milk crate from him and put them in the freezer or whatever. But I really, really want to grow all of my food that I possibly can. So that'll be a pretty mix.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna try that. I may have to leave that. And I'm gonna also grow the cayenne pepper. This makes really good pepper sauce too. And I give that as Christmas gifts, and I have sold it at the farmer's market before too. All right, I think I have out way too many peppers. But I only plant 2 of each, right?
Hmm.
But this tam jalapeno, that really has been my favorite one.
Yeah, it's not too blasted hot. You know, it's got
It's not. I mean, you can. I can just.
it's a comfortable level of heat. You know, you can tell that there's some heat, but the flavor's superb.
It's fun growing peppers. All right, put those right there.
And the plants are
I think
pretty.
I
The
have
pepper
to
plants are pretty.
Yeah. Oh, but look what I'm going to do, because I've had 6 rows of tomatoes in the garden. Last year I only had 4. This year I'm only going to have 2. But the way I stake the tomatoes is I did it where the string is up at the top and you pull it down and you use those little clips. Well, you know how bell pepper plants get heavy and all that, but sometimes you have to stake them. So that's what I'm going to plant my peppers in rows. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tomato string to clip them up where they'll stay good and upright. I'm going to try, and see, I can move those things too, because I really don't want to plant them as far apart as I was planting the tomatoes though.
If you want to see what she's talking about regarding those strings, if you'll look on our channel, there's a recent, one of our most recent videos about growing in a high tunnel, growing year round in a high tunnel. And there's some footage of the string system in there.
It's really cool. It's really cool. And you can actually do it out in the garden. You would just have to make you something where you could stretch that heavy gauge wire.
Yeah, like
across,
some kind of trellis type
something
thing.
where you could hook those little spools to. But I tell you what, I really like doing it that way. All right. I'm going to grow pumpkins this year. I've never really grown pumpkins. But I want to show y'all that I ordered from a new seed company this year. And so this seed company is called Heavenly Seed. I'm going to tell you something. It was not easy. I was looking for different seeds. Can't remember the exact one I was looking for that I couldn't find at the normal people that I ordered from, which I'm sure they've restocked some of those seeds. And I forget how I came across this Heavenly Seed company, but I believe they're Christians, and they are in South Carolina. And
there you go, happy wife. They're in South Carolina.
yeah. Let me see.
Are you familiar with them already?
One thing I want to plant is Christmas pole lima bean. I want to plant that. Here is my artichoke. I got the green globe artichoke, and that was one of the seeds that I was looking for. They don't have pictures on theirs, but that's okay. I know what this is. And I got some different kind of mustard greens too. I've never. I just get my mustard green seeds from the feed store. And I don't know what. I just know mustard green seeds. But this is purple mustard, and then a lime mustard, and then a red streaked mustard. So mustard greens is one of our favorite greens. Oh, I could plant this now, but I don't want to plant it in the high tunnel though. Bugs get it too bad in the high tunnel. So, but I'm excited about these seeds, and I'm excited about the artichoke too. I'm gonna start this in a seed plot. And the Christmas pole beans, I've got to find out where I'm going to plant this, because I have my green bean seeds already. A friend of mine ended up being given a whole bunch of seeds, and he shared them with us. And anyway, so I plant Louisiana purple pod green beans, and so I have a whole row of green beans that I'm going to plant. I've got the 2 rows of tomatoes, so that's 3 rows. And so then I'm only going to have 3 more rows that are in the middle. And I'm going to plant the English peas. I need to look up, because see, I'm going to plant those English peas, but they're going to need to be pulled up by the time it starts getting hot, because they're more of a cool season crop. So maybe I need to look and see about when you can plant these butter beans, because maybe what I can do is come back and on that trellis plant these. That's one thing I want to do this year that I'm not good about doing, is doing a lot of succession planting. Whenever something's ready to come out, I need to be putting something back in. and then I'm growing food year round by doing it that way. So I really need to. Well, I got some. I guess I should have checked my seeds first. I already had some cayenne pepper seeds, but I got some more because these were this year. So, right.
Yeah.
And I got a pimento pepper. I've never been successful. I always try and grow pimento pepper, and I don't. Oh, and I got some more lettuce. A red salad bowl lettuce. I like the salad bowl green lettuce, and so I thought the red lettuce is just, they don't grow good for me like the regular lettuce does, and so I got that, and I got how do you say RAAD? I got that because this is like stem broccoli. So, and then I got purple sprouting broccoli. And I got some yard long whole beans. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna think. But anyway, I'm excited about trying these. Or they call asparagus noodle. So I'm excited about doing that. All right, salad bowl lettuce. But these are my new seeds. This is the only seeds I bought this year. Wasn't that good? Oh, and pepper. How do you say that, Tommy?
Can you see it? I'm blind. Peperoncini. Peperoncini peppers.
Yeah, that. Anyway, I don't remember why I got that.
Yeah, Tara. Stop lying. You're not coming.
Yeah, come on, help me.
Come on down.
Come help me.
Now would be the time for you to be here too, because it's no humidity except unless you count rain as humidity.
Summer savory. I don't remember why. Oh, I got some spearmint. So that ought to be good. Some spearmint. And I got St. John's wort because I've got it for a reason. I just don't remember what it was. And large leaf sorrel. I'm sure there was a reason I got that too. And then salad burnet.
What did you say? I was looking at the keyboard.
I didn't say anything.
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Got some rosemary. Lemon balm. That's what I really want to step up my herb garden. In fact, I've got those 3 boxes that are in the back of high tunnel. I may put my herbs in there. And lovage.
I've never even heard of that. AGE, I guess, or lovage.
That's good for something.
But you don't know what it's good for?
I can look it up and see.
Oh.
Got some lavender.
Yay, lavender.
And hyssop, Tommy. Hyssop. That's mentioned in the Bible, too.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad I got
Purge
that?
me with hyssop. I guess I need purging. Is that what it is?
Oh, maybe that's what it's good for, baby, when you get constipated.
I wasn't oh, come on. I don't think that's what David meant when he said purge me with cleanse me with
Anyway,
hyssop.
I got some echinacea. We all know that's good for your immune system. And I got, this curled cress. And it says AKA pepper grass.
By the way, when you go like this, can't nobody see it.
Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of a fast-paced kind of person.
Yeah, happy wife's already said she can't hardly keep up with your talking so fast.
Oh, am I talking to you? I'll try and slow down. I feel like I'm taking up too much time. Anyway.
Hey, wait, time out. Tara, living on a dime to grow rich, says that lavage helps with inflammation and preventing kidney stones.
Well, see, baby, that's why I bought it, because I get inflamed and you get kidney stones.
That's fine. I don't care. You can buy all the seeds you want.
Y'all heard that? All the seeds I want. I only spent $60 this year on seeds. Anyway, this is
$60. No, I'm kidding.
This is pepper grass, and I thought it would be a neat seasoning. So I thought we'd try that. Oh, and this is cutting celery. Y'all, I bought some celery at the feed store, and it's growing out there. Y'all, it looks great. It looks like celery. I cut it, and it is so stringy, it was ridiculous. So I'm going to cut the outside ones off and feed it to the goats, and maybe try some of the smaller ones. But, I mean, I'd be scared to put it in something, scared all the strings would be in there. So
yeah, but Tara, y'all don't know how to pronounce anything, so I'm not going to trust you on your.
What?
She says out west they call it lovage.
Lovage?
Lovage.
Yeah, but she says wash.
Yeah, she also says wash for WASH. Wash the clothes.
No, it's got an R in there. Wash.
Yeah. So Tony's Homestead, I love this comment. Tony's Homestead says, Patty orders seeds like I do. Some things just look so pretty I have to get it. And some I get for a specific reason. They forget why I ordered it.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, cumin. I want to be able to grow my own cumin. We eat a lot of chili, and I use cumin in my chili. So I've got that. And then bee balm I bought just for you.
Thank you.
Bee balm.
Not for me, for the
For
bees.
bees. Oh, and I ordered some yellow squash from them too to try their yellow squash. Like I said, I usually get my yellow squash from Baker Creek Seed. I really, really like the flavor of that squash, and I know all of it says early prolific straight neck squash, but Baker Creek Seed is just it's buttery almost. You know,
Yeah.
every time I put butter in the pan,
Yeah.
and I have tried others that weren't as good. And sometimes I have a hard time getting the seed from Baker Creek. Well, plus I'm going to try and save the seed. But anyway, I ordered some from them because when I can get it, I do get it because you never know when you're not going to be able to. Because this year, I've had a hard time finding some of the seeds.
Yeah, I was going to say, anybody in the chat, you've been having trouble getting seeds? We've heard stories about folks unable to find the seeds that they're looking for.
Thank you, Suburban.
Yeah, seed math is like chicken math. That's right.
Okay, now, y'all, if y'all haven't seen them, we've been doing some Sustainable Saturday videos, and we talked about animals, I think last Saturday, Tommy? And one of the things that I said I want to plant to make us more sustainable with our animals is that I need to be planting stuff to feed the animals. And so I'm really not a big pumpkin kind of person. I will eat pumpkin pie, but anyway, but I'm gonna plant some pumpkins. Look, this is I think this one's supposed to be really, really big. What's another jump here? Oh, well, we would only have to grow one of these for the animals. Lovely giant pink orange pumpkins can weigh over 800 pounds, with some reaching almost 1,500 pounds. This variety was introduced by Howard Deal of Nova Scotia in 1978 and has been breaking records ever since.
Howard Deal must have had a tractor. I mean, I'm glad we got a tractor. My goodness.
Would that be the coolest thing? Okay, the seed is from 2019, so it should still be good. I'm gonna grow that. I'm gonna plant this in my I'm gonna seed it and then plant plants out. And then these are cute little pumpkins. Yeah.
Happy Wife has had some trouble getting seeds. Tony's Homestead ordered early from Baker Creek as always and got everything that they ordered within a few days.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, and that's Mike, by the way, on Living on a Dime, not Tara.
No.
He says, Tommy, it's Mike.
Oh, it is now. Mike!
All right, now this is a pretty cool one, too. This one says 200 pounds. Yeah, that would just be amazing.
Man, that pumpkin's got a kid on it. We don't need any more kids.
What would be cool, too, that if I did grow enough, I could sell them. You know, I mean, we could sell them. Hey, Tommy, you should be the pumpkin farmer.
That's fine.
And the flower farmer.
That's fine.
Do the vegetables.
That's fine. I'm down for that. Hey, y'all, if you want to find some amazing advice about how to save money, how to pinch pennies, how to live on a dime, you need to go check out Living on a Dime to Grow Rich. They are dear, real life friends of ours, fine folks, and they can tell you how to save some money.
They sure can. All right, here is some cool looking pumpkins. I just like growing things that look different like that. That's pretty cool. And I also I've got these from Danny and Wanda. This says 2017 Cherokee Tan Pumpkin. They grow that a lot.
Yeah, Danny, I think, is a big fan of that. What a coincidence. Happy Wife just said, I think I found you from Deep South Homestead.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
We love Danny and Wanda. And the video I posted in the chat, our most recent high tunnel video, is actually part of a collaboration that Danny and Wanda put together with Deep South Homestead, us here at AldermanFarms, and the Grow Family Network from Louisiana. And we both did 2 videos about high tunnels. So if you'll go look at that video I posted in the chat a few minutes ago, I guess I can post it again right here. Yeah. And it'll take you to the playlist that Wanda has set up, and you can watch all 4 of those. We love Danny and Wanda.
Yep. I think I'm going to try a few of each one of these pumpkins. Since he'll have plenty to put in his pumpkin field. They call it pumpkin fields.
Yeah. No, and that's fine. I need to find a good place to do that, to have like a pumpkin field, because I don't know if you've said this already, because I've been keeping up with other things, but they're great the pumpkin seeds are natural wormers for hogs,
Yes, yes.
and hogs love pumpkins, and
And for the goats too, and the chickens. It would be good for all of them. Oh, that would just be the coolest thing. How they can pumpkin. Well, you can do it. You can till up some of the pasture, but you'll have to put a fence around it. So okay, I've got pumpkins on my list. So, all right, I'll have to make a list. And what I have to do, of course, I have to make little sticks to stick in there where I'll know what is what. So that's going to be cool. One thing we're trying to learn to eat is radishes, and I honestly could have radishes growing right now. Radish is something that's about a 28-day turnover if you get the French breakfast radish. And funny thing, I didn't know how you're supposed to. I don't eat very many raw vegetables. I know I should, but I don't. But so I grew some radishes because they're good for you, right? And plus, I thought I'll sell them at the farmer's market. Well, I grew some, and so I thought, well, I need to try them. And so, turnips, you eat turnips, the turnip and the greens. And so the radish, I cleaned it up and everything, and I cut it up, and I knew the radish was going to cook quicker than the greens. And so I cut it up, and I cooked it in a little bit of water and salt and some sugar. And so then a little bit later, I cut the greens up, and I put them in there, and I stir fried it up and everything. And it was all right. I put a little bit too much sugar. It tasted sweet. It was just a little bit. And it tasted fine. And I thought, well, I can eat this. Well, then I was telling somebody else about that eats radishes, like, oh, I know you eat the greens. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you can. So tell me, if y'all eat radishes, do y'all eat the greens of the radish too? I just thought you could do that. I like radish on my list.
Well, you didn't die.
No, we didn't. You didn't either. No, we didn't die.
Oh, I ate them too. Thanks for telling me.
That's banana. But I'm gonna write radish on my list and see. I'll see my list, and it's like the radish could be growing right now because that's more of a cool season. I'm gonna write that down here, down lower. And I need to write my peas. Write my peas down here in a separate place. I'm gonna write now. Because there's certain things now that I need to have growing out to actually plant the seeds out. I really like starting my all my plants out by seeds in little seed trays. But like green beans, I don't do that with. I go ahead and plant them out. But so y'all tell me seriously. Squash. Oh, she says squash.
Yeah, she does say squash.
Y'all tell me, please, about eating those radishes, because I really don't know. But I mean, it tasted fine. The greens were pretty. That's what I mean. What is the barnyard chicken?
What's that barnyard chicken? What is it that you need to do?
Anyway, all right. So here is my next seed container.
That's the trouble with fast talking. When you respond to a comment, she's already 4 comments later.
Plant radishes. Yes.
Oh, see, I don't even see that. Okay, there it is. It came. I'm on a delay, I guess.
Oh, carrots. Carrots is something that I've not had good success with, but that's what I.
But we know why.
Well,
we haven't gotten the soil right on the carrots. We have a very high clay content.
Yeah, we got a lot of clay content.
But
we went and got a bucket of sand. And so what I'm
from our own property.
Yeah, from our own property. And so what we're going to do is mix it in a place where I'm going to plant the carrots. And I've got say I have 6 rows, but that's 6 regular size rows in the high tone. On the edges, there's just little small rows like this. And like right now, I have green onions growing in them. And that's where I'll plant carrots and stuff like that. But I'm going to take that. It stays moist there. And they say it's hard to get carrot seeds to germinate because they have to stay moist and they're so close to the top of the ground. So I'm going to take some of that sand and I'm going to dig up that row and incorporate some sand and maybe some more goat manure and everything. And our goat manure is just like we scrape the floor of the barn, so dirt and organic matter is in with it too. So that'll enrich the soil really good. And so hopefully we'll be able to grow, our carrots will grow a little better.
Danny and Wanda do great with carrots. Tell them the funny story about the first time we went and visited Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead.
Yeah. So they live in South Mississippi.
About 30 miles,
hour,
30 miles north of the coast.
Yeah,
Is that right?
They're like 30 minutes to an hour north of the Gulf of Mexico, and so we're like 2.5 to 3 hours away. So we have a really heavy clay soil and everything, and so we go down there, and they're showing us around and everything, and I'm looking at the ground, and I see how nice and smooth and not packy their soil is. Lots of sand in it. And what did I ask them? I said, "Oh, did y'all brought?" I thought it might be a little bit too much, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. But Danny's been gardening a lot longer than I have, and I said, "Did y'all bring in this sand to put in your garden? Because I know 2 sand soil is not real good either, And he just fell out laughing, and I'm like, "What?" He said, "Patty, I didn't bring that sand in. This is our soil." And I was like, "Oh, we just need to combine our 2 soils, then we would have the perfect soil." So that was just funny. But what's the person say I need more of?
She had asked me how many of these seed container boxes do you have?
I could use at least 1 more. We haven't even talked about flowers, but flowers is his department. He's the one wanting to do flowers because of the bees and stuff.
Yeah, all kind of pollinators.
We'll talk about the flower seeds after this. Because maybe y'all can, I don't do good with flowers. I think it's because I don't treat them like vegetables, like fertilizer and stuff, and I think you got to do the same thing. The cosmic purple carrots are a fun carrot. I have grown a few. Yeah, of course, a little bitty. So I think I got a rainbow one. Yes, rainbow blend that I got from M.I. Gardner. That I want to try that. And then this is another purple one that I got from Baker Creek.
That's a carrot?
I think.
What are they cut already on the picture?
That's just.
Oh, sliced carrots.
So I don't think I got any new carrot seeds. Let's see, then I got this from Mayor East right here. And I did the little finger, but I don't think it ever came up. And look, it says it takes 55 days too. The carrots take a long time to make. It seems like they do anyway. Oh, this is a good picture of the cosmic purple.
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Happy Wife says she bought atomic red carrot seeds.
Oh yeah, that was atomic something I just saw. Oh, that would be pretty. What was that atomic? I couldn't say that word.
Well, it must not have been red because I think you could have pronounced red.
Yeah, I'm talking about. No, that's not atomic. That's Denver. I guess I've seen that. I don't have that. Oh, and I planted the Denvers half long, and they did okay. And that, but I mean, I guess I don't ever plant a ton like Danny and want to plant too. But I am going to try and plant more. We don't eat a lot of carrots. We need to.
I would though. I like carrots.
Oh, and those fresh carrots are so nice.
Yeah, I grew up loving carrots because of Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
But carrots are kind of a pain though to have to clean. And then you got to peel them.
Just eat them dirty.
So I guess I'm getting lazy. But anyway, so I've got carrots on my list, so I'm going to need to do that. Let's look at some of my flowers that I got. I got the marigolds. See, I want to plant those in the high tone.
Y'all, we did a great, I think it was great. Great for me anyway. Maybe not great content. I don't know, but did a 7-video series. Actually, it was a Zoom conversation with some friends of ours. Well, one of them is Jolene over Smith's Nature Friendly Farms, and then Sarah Doman at the Artist and the Flower about pollinators, and lots of great information. They are pollinator champions, and I'll place the link to that playlist in the chat here.
I want to say this too, that some of these seeds, when we stopped by Doug and Stacy's on the way home from our trip to Oregon, and they'd been given a whole bunch of seeds, and so some of these seeds have come from there, like these Fairy Moore seeds that came from there. Anyway, nasturtiums, I really like nasturtiums. You can actually eat them.
They're delicious.
And I guess
peppery.
I guess you can eat all of them. I don't know. You have to research that because I don't want to tell you something and make you kill yourself on that. So, because I'm not sure, but these are the edible kind. I know that. But I want to plant nasturtiums. They're really pretty. and different.
Wow, Copperhead Road Homestead just started a tray of 50 marigolds, a
Wow.
50 tray of marigolds.
I mean,
Cupid mix, he thinks.
what?
He or she thinks. Cupid mix.
Okay, yeah, this says Cracker Jack mix. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about marigolds. I'm really not crazy about the oranges, and all. But
It's a he. All right.
it's a he. Like having a baby.
Got to be careful these days, Copperhead.
Yeah, because I know I have been really, really bad about that before. And then once I get it in my head, I keep saying the wrong thing. We got this wildflower shade mix there.
Look how pretty.
Yep. And this is another one. And this says meadow mixture.
Oh, good. See, I just need to go throw that.
No, it's gotta have contact with salt.
No,
Yes.
they said that's
It would be
best. That would be best.
And then I've got 3 different shade mixtures. So I'm thinking we've got they're all 3 the same thing. I'm thinking we need to find some different places like close to the woods, just like where we can walk. Just to have them out there. I think that would be pretty.
Yeah.
Now pansies. I got some pansies.
But I want to do perennials. I want to do ones that come by. I mean, we can do annuals.
Mix. Oh no, this just says annual.
I mean, I don't mind doing some annuals, but I want to strategically place a good many perennials.
Yeah, I would prefer the perennials too. But anyway, I want to do some pansies. Now it's time. I think people are planting them. But look at this painted daisy. And I had read about that. I can't say. I'm
Let me see.
English major, not me. So
I don't know. Lupine. I don't know.
I'm always scared to pronounce things. I always say it wrong.
It's either lupine or lupine.
And anyway, that's a perennial, and that's pretty. I'd like to be able to do some cut flowers to bring them in the house, And then this is a poppy, and this is this Oriental poppy. That's pretty. These are oops, sorry, bringing up higher. These are both perennials, Tommy. And see, bees are gonna like all this stuff. And there's another poppy. Oh, there's a lot of poppies in here. What's that?
Happy Wife said, Danny over home says to keep butterflies away from your garden. I'd like to know why that is. I'm curious about that.
The tomato hornworm comes in as a butterfly or moth,
Yeah, but it's a specific moth.
Oh, I know.
That's interesting. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
And Living on a Dime says lupin.
Oh, okay.
So I was wrong. It's not either lupine or lupine. It's lupin. But then again,
Suburban says it does better up north. So that's and see, I want to plant some sweet peas. I've got some sweet peas too that I want to plant. It says this is like sweet. It says spectacular sweet pea like blooms in rainbow shades. And so, yeah, see that this is supposed to be planted September, March. It says. But anyway, the sweet peas, I think, or the snapdragons are supposed to be planted in the fall to overwinter, where it'll bloom in the spring because it's a cooler weather. Anyway, this is the Chlois. Look at this stuff. Isn't that pretty?
well, that is pretty.
This is some pretty marigolds.
Suburban says we need to make sure to give the bee balm room to run after the first year. So we need to give that consideration when we plant the bee balm.
Okay. I know, and I think that may be something I don't want in my high tunnel area if it's because it's in the mint family, isn't it, Suburban?
Boy, and mint will take over your life.
Yeah, we had some peppermint, and it just, it was bad. So like that spearmint that I got, I do have some apple mint growing by the high tunnel, but it's not prolific like that peppermint was. But the spearmint, I may even actually put it in a pot. And I've got lots of zinnias. So we like to plant those.
Pretty.
And I've got the seeds that I saved. I just saved the whole seed head after it dried off of the zinnia plant. So when I replant, I'm just going to do them like this, and hopefully that'll be good enough. So got a few different sunflowers. I enjoy playing with the sunflowers. We didn't plant any Did you plant any last year?
Well, I did out in the pasture
that's
in the
true.
bee
We planted
yard,
some,
but they didn't do too well.
That was black oil sunflower seeds.
Yeah, they didn't do well at all.
Yeah. Oh, and here's some more nasturtium.
Copperhead Road planted a tray of Maximilian sunflowers.
Oh,
We want to do some mammoth sunflowers.
I got one
That,
thing.
that's what Mike and Jenny, that Pratt family homestead.
yeah.
Of course, they're up in Michigan, but they have grown some mammoth sunflowers.
I just don't think about planting stuff like this. See, this says to plant September to February.
Copperhead Road Homestead says Maximilian sunflowers are perennial.
Really?
Yes.
We'll have to look that
We
up.
need to look that up.
Let me write
Maybe
that
some.
down.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, and see, I don't even have sunflowers. I'm talking about this. I haven't been through my flowers yet. Maximilian.
Mm-hmm. Maximillian. Oh, you're looking at it, huh?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Look, and in those first seeds, look what I ended up getting.
Yeah.
And y'all may not realize how fun this is, but it's like we kill these things all the time. We're yanking them out the garden. They will take over, and ours look just like this.
I don't know if they're. I wonder if morning glories are a native plant to Mississippi. I mean, they may just because we've never planted any morning glories.
No,
they just show up.
Yeah, no, they grow along the roadside. So if any of y'all want this seed packet of morning glories, send me your address. I don't want them. So that's my flowers, and I think I have some more flowers somewhere else, but Suburban, I didn't see any honeybees. I don't think on my cucumbers. I grow Monica cucumbers, and they don't need cross pollination, but I see bumblebees get on a lot, but not really.
We're blessed with a huge bumblebee population here.
Yeah, see, happy wife knows they're like weeds. You can't get rid of them.
They're pretty weeds, though. Morning glories are
pretty.
beautiful. That's a beautiful color blue that they are.
Let me tell y'all what I'm doing. I did three eggplant plants last year in the high tunnel. I did these, the long purple. I actually have one still hanging on there, and some of my up at the top part of the bush, the leaves have fallen. It looks dead, but down at the base, there's green like coming out. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to keep them growing. Just maybe cut back that dead part. And keep them growing, because somebody had told me that they're like a tropical, that they grow year round in some places where they don't freeze. So,
have we tried Jerusalem artichokes?
No, we haven't.
Because Copperhead says they're perennials in the sunflower family, and edible tubers.
So that would be awesome.
Suburban says plant them once and pull them up for the next 25 years.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Jerusalem artichoke?
I don't know.
Or
morning glories. I don't know yet.
But the Monica cucumber, let me see if I have them right here. They are a little small cucumber. They're a pickling cucumber.
And they grow so fast.
They really do. I mean, they really, really do. I think I had 5 feet of them growing on a trellis, and I can't remember now. I mean, I can't remember how many gallons of pickles I did, but this is them. But I really, really, really like the Monica cucumber. And then if you want a big slice of the Japanese long.
Yeah.
Japanese long. So, and I've saved my seed for my Japanese long. But I didn't find it did that well in the high tunnel. So if I do plant any Japanese long, which I would only plant like 2 or 3 because it's just me and Tommy.
But they did great on the fence.
They did great outside on the fence. That's right. Now the Monica did great in the high tunnel. And this is a little something. I thought this was cute. It says lemon cucumber. But I think it just tastes like a regular cucumber. And that's the thing. I mean, Tommy, we don't really. Well, he don't eat them raw at all. I do something I call a pickled cucumbers, where it's just It's water and vinegar, sugar and salt, and you just let them soak in it like half a day, and when you eat them, you won't eat them like that either. So somebody mentioned Brussels sprouts. I have planted Brussels sprouts before, but the bugs really got into them. But that is when I had the mustard greens in the high tunnel, and I think the mustard greens kind of brought the bugs in. Oh, I want to plant some beets too.
So, Suburban, is that the correct spelling on that Tithonia or whatever? Because I want Patty to write that down. I'm not questioning your spelling. I want to make sure it's correct when she writes it down. But Mexican sunflower popular with the bees, but they're orange. I'd love to see some orange sunflowers.
Happy wife, I'm allergic to these too. Kind of, sort of. I mean, I swell up pretty good, so I'm kind of scared of them now. I don't help me with them at all anymore.
Tithonia. Yeah, she's pretty sure, but I guess they're also referred to as Mexican sunflowers because that's the way she wrote it, Tithonia or Mexican sunflower. Yeah, I'm going to look into that because sunflowers are gorgeous, and I think it would be neat to have a variety of colors of sunflowers.
See, here's the mango beets. I knew I had the seeds. It says huge, up to 20 pounds each, large yields per acre, highly used for livestock feed in the 1800s. Pick small for table use. So you're going to be the
livestock food gardener.
Yeah, the livestock food gardener.
That's fine. I think we tried a row of those out at the out at the road. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did, and it didn't work too well.
And here's the sweet flavored roots look like bullseye. Oh yes, this beet. Oh, see, this is some seeds from Burpee. I don't know if they're organic and
Look, I'm not rushing you. We can do this as long as you want. I just let you know we've been on for an hour and 16 minutes.
Have we?
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, and so we appreciate you guys hanging with us and enjoying it. But like I said, no worry. We just have to be off by 6 p.m. because of our premiere video.
I was just going to show you my favorite lettuce. Oh, this is something I haven't tried yet from in my garden. That kind of lettuce. I don't think it's a true lettuce, but anyway, it says it has vitamin C, and that the miners, they found it as when they're mining for gold. So it's got a lot of vitamin C that would help them with their scurvy. They're super cold hardy, and it easily reseeds. So I may try that this year. I haven't played with that yet. I got it because I thought, see, here's Bronze Beauty that I got.
Copperhead said, is that purslane? Miner's lettuce?
It says it's miner's lettuce, is what it says.
It says on it miner's lettuce, Copperhead.
Is it the same thing as purslane? I've heard of purslane, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
black-seeded Simpson is about my favorite lettuce. It's just so prolific.
Yeah.
It's just so very prolific. And see, I've tried this red sales. I just don't have much luck with the red lettuce. Let's see. Is this black-seeded? Yeah, here's black-seeded Simpson, too. It's a picture of it. I just really like that. I like, okay, Copperhead said that was winter's purslane, so.
Interesting.
Perennial, yeah, I think.
Interesting.
But let's see if it says on here. No, this one says annual. I don't know if maybe it
said it grows well in the shade too.
Oh, okay. Oak leaf lettuce I really like. I think I got. No, I didn't get a red oak leaf. I got some kind of red. But anyway, I like the oak leaf. It's not really easy to pick, but it grows pretty good, and it just makes salad look pretty. Oak leaf. More ruby. I've tried to grow red lettuce, but I haven't had any luck.
So Living on a Dime says you should try cooking lettuce in bacon grease. It's great. I don't know if that's a joke or not.
No,
but
that would be really good.
Anything in bacon grease is good.
And I've never grown romaine lettuce. I have some seed, but because I like for it to come back, to keep growing and coming back. I've been picking it all winter. Grows really slow in the wintertime, though. Yeah. All right, so I guess we need to sign off. I still have this whole box to go through. Oh, well, let me just tell you about this melon, though. I tasted it at the farmer's market, and It's called Stars and Stripes. It's an heirloom melon, watermelon, and it looks like not moon and stars, not stars and stripes. Moon and stars. But if you look at it, it's got moon and stars. It looks like moons, a moon
Oh, look
and
at
stars on it. And anyway, it's a good watermelon. It's a nice sized watermelon. It's not huge, but it's not little bitty either. And so we grew them last year, but in those rows that I told you I weren't too fertile, and so we made one, a little bitty one like that. So anyway, we're going to try again this year and hopefully do better. We'll have to put a lot more fertilizer on it. And this is some cantaloupe seeds that I saved from a man that comes to the farmer's market. He used to come, and he's had these seeds going for a long time. And so it's just a family thing, so I like having that. So, and I have some other different little melons in here that I may try some different ones just for the fun of it. But Mr. Moat's watermelon, cantaloupe would grow. Oh, I'm telling you, this is the best cantaloupe I've ever eaten. So. Anyway, let's see. Ellie says that we like lettuce with bacon dressing.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, Living on a Dime said they weren't joking. It just you let the lettuce let it wilt in the bacon grease.
Huh. Oh, Suburban says with
Ooh.
green onions, toss a spoon absolute vinegar pour over a few. Oh. Well, we've never had that. Never tried
We
that.
may have to try that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
That kind of made my mouth water just even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
I've always said, no matter the question, bacon is the answer.
Yeah, bacon. Yes, bacon. But anyway, so I shared with y'all some of my stuff. I still have a few more seeds. I'm gonna try and get some greens growing. In fact, I do have some mustard greens planted over there. I'm gonna try and plant these other mustard greens. For me, I need to go ahead and get that going because by April we're gonna start warming up a little bit. Actually, I'll be planting outside of the high tunnel in April, and I'll be planting some stuff in March. I'll plant green beans in March. I'm gonna plant corn too. I don't have. I have some. It's in all my seeds. I have some little containers that I have my bulk seeds in, like my green bean seeds and all. And I actually got some Danny corn from Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead, and I grew it. And that year I had a good bit of it growing, and doggone it if the goats didn't get in the garden that year. But they said knock my corn over and everything, and but I said, it's not enough to save for seed, and it's variegated colors. It's all different colors, and so I'm planning on planting that.
Mainly for cornmeal, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try that for my cornmeal because I do buy my corn in bulk for cornmeal, and so I'm going to grow that. I'm not going to grow our sweet corn this year. That's the only thing I'm planning on not growing that we do eat a lot of is my corn. I've already talked to Mr. Cloyce Wilson, a man that used to come to the farmer's market, and he grows that's where I've been getting my corn from. And he knows I don't want mine sprayed if at all possible. And he typically don't spray it for bugs and stuff like that. And so I get my corn from him. But next year it's going to be our plan to grow our own sweet corn too. We only need about 200 ears to last us through the year, so that's not much.
Yeah, we could do that.
And honestly, I think I get it for $25 100 ears. So
yeah.
I think I pay $25 or $50, and I have my corn for the year. So it's really inexpensive, but we want to get to the point to where we're self-sufficient. And we may grow. If we get enough seed stock from Danny corn, we may actually grow some of that because it's going to be like a field corn. We'll grow maybe some of that for the animals too.
Copperhead and them just planted a small patch of white potatoes in their high tunnel just a few minutes ago.
Oh wow, nice! I've got a few planted, just a handful planted in the high tunnel, but I think I'm going to plant my potatoes out. It's planting. I mean, my pastor's wife said her dad always said Valentine's Day was the day you're supposed to plant potatoes. So you know what? My big amount of potatoes I'm gonna plant out, and I'm gonna plant them on Valentine's Day. See how that does. So.
Yeah, Happy Wife. We use a lot of food grade diatomaceous earth as well.
Yeah, that's what I use too. Copperhead said that there was some they bought to eat and they developed eyes. That's exactly what I did. I got them from Azure Standard of the blue and the red and the white, which I've already said this. But so they were developing their eyes, so I bought them hoping they would. Let me show you. Speaking of eyes, but this isn't eyes. I bought this from Azure Standard too. This is ginger. And so I'm going to be planting some ginger too. I gotta figure out where I'm planting all this stuff, y'all. See, that's the next thing is to sit down. Now I know all the stuff I want to plant. I gotta figure this is starting to grow right here. I just had them out in the house. And so ginger is like really good for you. So I'm going to plant this. Of course, you break off these little things and you plant it. I'm gonna do a little research, but I think just each one of these little node things that you'll plant. So I have some of that. And then this last order, I ordered turmeric. So I'm going to be planting. I love to make that, what's that called? That with apple cider vinegar?
Fire cider?
Fire cider. Yeah. I like to make that. And actually, when I made it last time, I made a bunch. And so I still have about a quart of it left, but I want to be able to grow my own stuff to go in there. And I put ginger and turmeric in mine because it's they're both so good for anti-inflammatory and all. And plus, if I grow the cayenne, I did have horseradish growing, but my son has his goats in the area that I had the horseradish. Plus it dies down in the wintertime anyway. So I'm hoping some of that's going to come back in the spring. And if it does, I'm going to have to dig it up and move it over to the high tunnel, or maybe I won't because it does spread. So maybe I'll put it on the outside of the high tunnel.
Yeah, we don't want to put it in the high tunnel.
No, I'm not gonna put it in. I mean, outside of the high tunnel area.
Oh, completely out of the area.
Yeah, out of the area completely. But anyway, so I feel like I'm rambling. But I thank y'all so much for joining us here, and thank y'all for sharing some of your tips and some of the things you plant. I appreciate it. I've got some things written down that we're gonna check into, and if you don't mind, if you haven't, subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Bye, y'all.
I hope you have a great day and a good planting season.